In normal life, people are told enough all the time. Enough video games, say the parents to the kids. Enough sports, says the wife to her husband. But does anyone ever say enough to the politicians who spend your money?
This amendment will increase the amount of money.
Here's where serious money is wasted.
The legislation that we are considering today contains in it $45 billion.
I'd say they spend like drunken sailors, except sailors spend their own money.
Those opposed, no. The ayes appear to have it.
Congressmen often spend your money on pet projects for their state. The president complained that they sneak the pork through.
Like swimming pools in here.
And $1 million for high-tech gear like this that looks for aliens. Not illegal aliens, but extraterrestrials. A congressman slipped it into this year's defense bill, and Congress won't even say who it was.
The time has come to end this practice.
But who in Congress really wants to end it? After all, you can get reelected by spending other Americans' money on people in your state. Well, at least one senator is saying enough to that.
The oath that we take has no mention of our state.
Tom Coburn, Republican from Oklahoma.
The oath we take is to defend the Constitution and do what is in the best interest of the country as a whole.
On this day, he was trying to stop Congress from spending $500,000 on this sculpture park in Washington state.
And we're going to take money from housing and urban development, and we're going to build a sculpture park.
Senator Patty Murray was mad about his criticizing her pet project.
We must not, and we will not go down the road of picking on one senator or the other on the floor of the United States Senate.
Senator Kit Bond was mad too.
I don't need a senator from Oklahoma telling me what's good in Missouri or telling the senator from Washington what's good for the state of Washington.
If they start stripping out this project, Senator Bond and I are likely to be taking a long, serious look at their projects. As the old saying goes, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Your project may be next.
Have you or any of your staff ever received a request from me for any earmark or any project whatsoever?
I have
The
no
answer
knowledge.
to that is no.
All right.
Coburn is an unusual politician. He doesn't ask for pork for his state, and he fights others' pork, even his own party's. You're very different from your colleagues. You said enough.
Enough is enough with that. Why would we continue to do things that shackle our grandchildren?
Because, say these congressmen, these are useful things. We're building infrastructure in my district.
If you're building infrastructure and you're stealing it from your grandchildren, how is that moral? The greatest moral issue of our time today isn't the war in Iraq, it isn't abortion, it isn't any of the other issues. It is it morally acceptable to steal opportunity and future from the next generation?
This earmark that's in this bill is a sham.
Congress steals your money, he says, to spend it on things like a North Carolina teapot museum. Are these teapots crucial to the national interest? The museum still isn't built, so the teapots wait in a warehouse.
That's stealing. It's also unconscionable that we would not be paying attention to that.
Giving tax money to museums makes it harder for Congress to address America's real problems, says Coburn, like the coming bankruptcy of Medicare and Social Security.
We have an unfunded liability right now sitting in front of us that's 1 3/4 times our entire net worth.
Social Security and Medicare. There's just no way the promises will be kept.
We can keep the promises by asking our children to never go to college, never own a home, never buy a new car.
And I'd urge my friend from Oklahoma to reconsider this.
Coburn's biggest fight was probably with Alaska's Senator Ted Stevens.
I'll resign from this body.
Coburn had tried to kill Stevens' infamous bridge to nowhere.
It will not happen. It will not happen. I've come to warn the Senate. If you want a wounded bull on this floor of the Senate, pass this amendment.
Senator Ted Stevens said, if you do this, you'll have to carry me out of here on a stretcher.
They're offended. I'm not a very good politician because I'm obviously irritating a whole lot of people.
Saying, stop.
Stop and think.
Are you on a schedule?
Maybe Coburn's willing to rock the boat because he's not a professional politician. He's an obstetrician who goes home every weekend to see patients.
I'm Tom Coburn. Over the last 10 years, I've delivered almost 3,000 Oklahoma babies.
When Coburn entered politics, he promised to be a citizen legislator. He'd serve a few years and then return to private life, like Abraham Lincoln did. Before he became president, Lincoln served just one term in Congress, saying the biggest threat to America will come from the voracious desire for office.
I need to look at that bill to see.
Coburn doesn't have the voracious desire, and unlike about half the congressmen who promised to limit their terms, Coburn kept his promise. He served 3 terms and then returned to private life. After delivering several hundred more babies, he ran again for a different job. He was elected senator.
This is a victory for our children.
And now in Washington, they call him Dr. No.
I will do what is necessary to do.
Dr. No often loses these battles. He couldn't kill the bridge to nowhere. But lately, he's been winning more. Congress has gotten rid of about $16 billion worth of earmarks. So you won.
We're winning.
And now he and Senator Barack Obama are creating a website where by February, for the first time, anyone can see how politicians spend your money. Maybe once we can see what they're up to, they'll be less likely to spend it looking for extraterrestrials.